Hello, friend, and welcome to this afternoon delight where we are going to explore a little topic that's talking about where do your loyalties lie. And I'm going to be your reader here with you, Melissa Joy. And we're going to start out by getting a little bit of a pulse, a little bit of a heartbeat as to what is going on inside of this heart decision. Now, I do see magic and love spilling forth, maybe in a way that you're not familiar with. It could be foreign to you. It could be a bit of magic coming on in ways that you have not seen. Ooh, we talk about some heart to heart going on from heaven to earth. We have the turquoise, awaken your empathy, and emerald, calm your mind, body, and soul. So maybe you are going through really difficult times right now, things that seem out of sorts and out of reach. Maybe you're in a panic or things are challenging and difficult in a way that you do not know how to resolve it. Well, heaven is here leaning in with these cards. Can you see that? Can you see this pouring down over you? Just position your cup, but I can see your cups are your eyes, friend. You're looking straight to the help. Where does your help come from? And that is the question you are asking. But we can see it is landing and making a splash. Let's find out a little bit about that, okay? We're going to get some Mariel. Ooh, I love this because this Nine of Swords is talking about a whole new world. Fantastic point of view. And let's see what we've got going on for our friends here. Ooh, look at that. Streams, oh, plenty. Multiple streams of maybe help, income, health, wealth, unity, reaching on out for you. See, this is what what it's showing me right now is a bit of a desolation. Your branch, it seems barren because it's out of the scope of our vision. We don't know, is this dead or is it just simply been through hard times, like we have hurricanes or hurricane force winds that'll come through here and rip all the leaves off a tree. It could even be that it is in the state of winter and in a personal spiritual winter 212 for whoever's wondering, because look at all this green going on around you, which could be an incredible disconnect in your own heart. Thus why they're telling you to calm your mind, body, and soul, because when the world around you seems to be flourishing or thriving and going about with their normalcy, going about, maybe if you're here calendarically showing up when I release this, people are out holiday shopping and holiday meals and whatever else, and you're wondering what you're going to eat, going to empty bare cupboards, and you're like, ciao. There is the wound. There is the energy going on around us. Well, the beautiful thing about this time of year is it's known as Sagittarius, but really we're in a state called Ophiuchus right now, where the sun is moving through. And Ophiuchus is Chiron, healed. No longer the wound, no longer that Neptunian stab and jab, that nebulous energy leaving the mind wondering, cast off into worry and doubt and fear and shame and those type of things, maybe even some guilt, some you're saying whoremongering, but on yourself, like browbeating yourself and holding out on yourself because you feel so amiss inside. Silence is gold. I'm gonna tell you, don't speak evil against yourself, friend. Okay, because things are more of a mist inside of you. In my meditation the other day, it was showing me very much that Neptunian energy is quite responsible for the Chiron wound. It's that question of doubt, the shadow of doubt. Shadowland. I like it. This is coming on in. You are the prized loved one. The eye is on you, and they're giving you and calling forth your pen to create, to recreate in your mind your storyline, okay, of how this is going to go. And they're talking about unseen forces. Remember how, first of all, what is going on is slightly out of the scope of our vision here. And maybe you couldn't see that all this is leaning in and coming in towards you, okay? Let's get a little bit more practical on what these unseen forces are, a little bit more clarity. I do have the animal cards here to help. So tell us about this help that you're providing, these multiple streams of reaching out, of love, charity, faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these is love. Interesting, because Queen of Cups is coming in. Talking about centering your mind in the midst of everything going on, setting your focus, setting your center, not like the drilling eyes, like focusing outside of you. This is more of a self-focus of coming into yourself, maintaining your composure, not for the sake of others, okay, but for the sake of yourself, because that's the thing where it's talking about silence is golden. They're wanting you to not be lured out into cursing yourself right now, because as we speak, so we will taste, all right? And as we begin to get in vibration with those things, no matter what they are, we start to bring them to life, okay? So we also have 4 swords here under the 7 of cups, so that's leading into a bit of healing. But what's interesting is there is this cosmic connection coming on again. Before the happiness is even visible, before it even shows itself, you're drawn into the lightning, the possible tower that's on the horizon. And it's so small in comparison to all that is for you, all that is coming in for you, the massive amounts and layers upon layers of evidenced love. But because the fruit and the earthly reward isn't here with it yet, it just seems like a charm of your heart and frou-frou and woo-woo and up in the air, airy-fairy, cotton candy type stuff. You're like, how is that going to help me? How is that truly going to make a difference? How will that pay the bills? But the thing is like, this is the earth. They're seeking you to speak to them. Instead of speaking out things that could curse you or damn you, damned if I do, damned if I don't. Why should I make the effort? Because I just end up empty-handed anyway. Why should I make the effort when I just end up empty-handed anyway? Because the underworld. All right, y'all. There are other forces at play here. There are other forces at play here, and time is on your side. Time is of the essence. Time is in the now. What is behind here? The sweat lodge. Coming out of the dark, of that shadow, coming into the truth of who you are, the true revelation of who you are, despite outside of other people's opinions, and especially they're saying outside of your own opinion of yourself, friend. So, the curse. Okay, that's reiterating this. Okay, now this card down here, this 4 of Swords, is healing, is wanting to restore your relationship with life itself. That is the healing that is asking to be permitted to enter in. Okay, life stands at the door and knocks. It has the key, but it will not come in. It will not force itself upon you. It is when you open unto the sun, unto the sunlight, that it enters in, and all the magic begins to happen, like on the sunflower. Okay. And so they want entrance into your mind space, your head space, which is right around the body, within your personal vicinity, okay? So after you listen to this, you may take time to sit with yourself and go, am I willing to let life into my vicinity? Because there's that impending doom on the horizon of feeling like death is chasing you down, destruction is chasing you down, debt is chasing you down. Debt may be the death that you fear right now. And here is this insight, this keen insight coming for you in the staff. So let's find out about that walking out the dark, the keen insight. Einstein is here to help you. He had keen insight, being able to think outside of the scope, outside of the practice of what you're typically used to. That there's something here affording and availing itself to you that you may not have thought of yet, you may not have even heard of, but the unknown is knowable. So with that, I want to get you a pearl, and Metatron is here to say, I am sending you the message right now. What is that? Your love. This is like that door that they're talking about, okay? Because it's like a door within a door. It's a whole world. Not only did you close it off in the back of the closet, okay, there's been some betrayal and some heartbreak of maybe feeling like life forgot about you and just gave you all the work and forgot about the reward, whether this is in love, career, family, karma, dharma, whatever it is, okay? It is that thing that goes so deep, it goes all the way into the back. Now, what used to be a passageway and a connection is showing evidence of having been dammed off and forgotten that there was more. Maybe you got so burned that you're like, that's all there is. I'm not doing that again. And once you ban it with your words, the come hell or high water, the damned if I do, damned if I don't, there can't be any movement there until you reopen. And you're showing here that you're willing, because look, the cage is open on this heart. But you talk about some triple security protection, like passcode protection on different apps and things on your phone. First you have to unlock the heart, then you have to unlock the gate, then you have to know that the closet is more than just a closet, that there's a whole other world back behind here. And someone that is warming up on my left thigh. But there's rose petals, and they're being thrown like they do when they're at 10-10, when there is that union, when it's being restored. So maybe just the sheer knowledge of this, that you're seen and that you're known, that's the invitation unto yourself to pursue, or actually to allow yourself to be pursued here. And they're saying pursued, not like dum, 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 not like it seemed here, okay? But to be wooed. No more woo-woo, like where is the answer, where is it here? I don't want the invisible, unseen forces just coaxing themselves all upon me. I have real needs here on earth, just as I do in heaven. So let's get here. Let's see what is coming in the gavel. Involvement with the law. So it's kind of like the tit for a tat. There's a bit of, this essence is showing a bit of prove it. But the thing is when your heart is set against it, what you believe, 11:11 will always win out. Wherever you cast your vote is where you set your mind, where you set your view. And they're asking for you to give love a chance, for your divine nature to regenerate and to provide. Okay? With that, we have the ear, and that is good news. That there aren't these conditions of having to do well, having to do right, or like in my case, the fear that if I cry, it's gonna blow everything that I've been working towards. Because evidence would continue to show that. And I'm like, can we have a change here? A change coming in, a change going on? Well, let's see. So we got red bird. Under my umbrella is Eva. The new start of life, the new seeds, and it's abundant under there. It's not like this petty, trite, tiny little thing. It's if you've ever seen one of those time-lapse videos of the desert, that the moment the rain comes and unleashes itself on that barren land, okay, on that forsaken land where you felt forsaken and therefore it became barren, that it's going to just hit it and it's going to flourish and blossom overnight. All the creatures, all the love is going to come and do what they do in their union, in their nature, okay? Think of the pollinators on the flowers, right? So that's what's coming in here for you. Oh, I see the red promise. So there was a promise that you felt let down on, failed on, okay? That's what you're bringing forward here. And this is what was laying down. The red garden and the change of seasons. Yeah, feeling like you got left out in winter, that you did all the work and you didn't get to inherit and taste the fruit. So the thing has to do with timing. When you live in areas that have multiple seasons, you need to know which seeds are sown at what time in the season in order to bring about the harvest. So it's just a little bit of ignorance. Ignorance is not anything that you need to tattoo a scarlet letter on yourself or put a flashing neon sign or bear this guilt and this brunt of resentment and whatever else you've been lashing yourself with. They're saying invite the love in, let the love in, because life's force is love and love's force is life. Okay, they come together as a package deal. What do they bring when they come together with you? Joy. The embodiment of joy. Life longs for your joy to be expressed because life experiences joy through us. This is a divine union that is beneficial to both. Now, I love it. Okay, 15 and 24, 24 and 15, okay? Mermaid's love and the elixir of life. Being able to bring the worlds together and know that there's nothing you have to sacrifice, cut off, get rid of, hide, have disdain towards, normalize, anything like that. It's all beautiful and it's all here to be embraced. The dark and the lovely. Okay, friend? Let's see, is there anything else left? Yes. Okay, so we're going to get you a little bit of support from the animal kingdom down here at the bottom of the camel. Maybe that has been your support for quite a while. If you felt deserted and you've been living in that barren land, wondering how to make it. But, you know, birds of a feather flock together, and it's like, okay, I can go through hard times and hold on to everything I have and just let it kind of ease its way on out, like they don't even produce urine. It just reconstitutes into their body, right? And that's destructive practices. Now, for a time it works, and for this creature it works, but you're here to express the joy, not to have to keep retaining it, all right, and reconverting it and reassimilating it. That might be having hopes and dreams that, oh wow, when my bonus check comes in, I'm actually going to go pamper myself and get you know, something, my hair done, or maybe get a new pack of underwear, or fix the door on the car, and maybe there'll be enough that I can take my child out to go get ice cream and a couple of other little things, all seemingly innocent, right? And then, boom, you feel like, uh-oh, is lightning going to strike? What is this? Leaving this question or this doubt over here, remember, of like, what is coming for me now? The wound, what debt, what bill, what whatever. Are we going to get to celebrate and enjoy life like everybody else seems to be doing? But it's telling you that stop the noise. Stop the noise, they're saying. Just shh. And when it starts to try and stir up and roil, R-O-I-L, up, that's like boiling and rolling at the same time. It's that nebulous energy coming up after you, seeming all-consuming. They tell you to stand still and it will pass. Just like those dust storms, or what do they call those little wind tornadoes that spin up out of anywhere? To just stand still, okay? And to let it move past you, because that is what quickens it. It's over and done with in the blink of an eye, and it is just mist. It is just fog. It is these accusations hurling themselves at your mind, trying to get you to bite, okay? 1616, trying to get you to take a bite of that lure, that temptation to spin out back into the same storyline, thus karma, okay? That's, people can get into the different kinds of karma. You know which one I'm talking about, right, friend? Okay, so right here in the split, this splitting itself, hedgehog, be a magnet for light, love, and joy. And they're saying you are a magnet for light, love, and joy. We are seeking you out. We are knocking on the door, not just the door of your heart and your heart and your heart. So all of your heart of hearts, friend, you're being wooed and you are being pursued, and they're like, let us lavish love on you. We want to pour forth in this abundance, in this bounty, in this fullness and richness, so that you tactily, physically, inherently experience and enjoy and know that you are loved, that your joy rises up. That's not something you can fabricate, right? You know that whole fake it till you make it? Well, that's one thing, but that's not joy. They want your joy to cut on, like this cataclysmic joy, that what it catalyzes, what it destroys is that old fugger mugger stuff, that old fear, that old desolation, that old destitute and worry of being left out and rejected and abandoned, okay? So you have a trio, a 3-0 coming in for you to assist you. So we have a gray squirrel coming in, we have a rabbit, and we have a rhinoceros. So we have little things coming in to assist you, all right? Ones that are preparing not just for now, but for seasons to come. There's plenty for now and for the seasons to come. So they're telling you, you don't have to worry about your future. Don't get ahead of you. Simple little gray squirrel is bringing in this divinity right now, this provision right now, in ways that you can't even see. That as all these defenses and blocks against life come down, all these questions of doubt and this air of doubt go down, that the love comes walking in and it begins to provide for you, and you won't even know it. 1818, whoever wonders, because you're walking about and you're beginning to feel a bit liberated, like there's space almost for your lungs to inhale in the back of your ribs, like to move out in all dimensions and on all sides, even if slightly guarded at the neck and the shoulders, okay? Your love is what they are looking at, not your performance. And that's what Gray Squirrel is coming in to help find new ways of solving problems, going ahead of you and solving the problems that were already created with this kind of like fuggy muggy old yuck stuff going on. They're saying, don't worry your head about it. There's more than enough here. There's plenty. Even one drop can cancel all of that out, okay? And you don't have to will it. You don't have to faith it. You don't have to whatever. It's already all provided. Heaven is doing all the faith, hoping, and loving for you. I honor you, friend. Thank you. And with that, rabbit is lighting up and opening up like an archer's bow, of realizing and remembering those promises that the staff held, remember? That have been on the back burner, that have been waiting, that seems like they were stuck in queue, like when you have to call one of those awful office lines and you're just waiting. Wait to press this button, wait to press that button, and you never know where it's going to end. It's like, can I just speak to a person? Can I just be human here? Can I be real for a minute? And that's what was coming in here. This cosmic mind, this sacred union. It's like, yes, we are here for you. And you're not going to have to fake it till you make it. Convince yourself, sell yourself, aunt yourself, urge yourself, cajole yourself along. All these falsities, they're bringing in truth. And when they bring in truth, it's coming in for you. It's coming into you. It's coming in through you. And it's going and flowing beyond you into those whom you love. You don't even have to figure out how to do that. They're just saying, open up to the abundance of us and allow us to nurture, nourish, love on you, restore you, refresh you, okay? And we will handle the rest. Now, love it, little rabbit. Is in the sky, is it lupus? No, lupus, that might be the... wolf. But anyways, the rabbit and the unicorn are fairly close together, and it's as magical as a unicorn is. It's just a couple of stars, and it's stuck in there between big dog and little dog, and it's like, no, dog, I don't have to prove anything. I'm not king of the mountain. I'm not anything else. I'm otherworldly. So this otherworldly love is coming in for you. It has its eye on you, and you're beginning to remember that, and the connection is coming in. Did you hear that? Which is pretty powerful, because I turned the ringer off on that other phone. But that starts this new energy moving. The wheel of fortune begins to turn, because life now has a ray of hope, an edge of hope to it. It's beginning to press an edge, not like a blade, but like the edge of the horizon when the sun is about to start coming up. It begins to softly unveil and unfurl into the light, into delight. And delight is coming down for you to enter into your mind, into your heart, and into your soul, friend. To know that you are loved, you are important, your desires and dreams are significant. All the suffering and toil and fearing and doubt that you've been through has been bloody. It has been like being caught up in razor blade, what is that spoolie stuff called? Barbed wire. And so in the midst of salt water and electricity going on, and you're like, the horror life has seen, is heard. And I think that's why we are being followed up. Yeah, the nodes are being cleared. All those old debts and perceived debts and feeling like you're at a disadvantage is just being washed away. Being washed away, 2222, being washed away as you begin to realize into your body, real eyes, to touch, taste, see, feel, smell, and to experience it here. Okay? And that's why we're being followed up with rhinoceros. Ooh, those worlds. Because so the Navajo talk about the 4 worlds. And this is the spirit world coming into this tangible physical world. Like, you're going to be able to take a seat, not an imaginary seat of, oh, my legs aren't tired. Oh, my legs aren't tired. You're like, oh, my legs are tired. Oh, look at that cozy plush chair over there for me to go take a seat upon. You're like, oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, I'm thirsty. You're like, oh, wow, they now have these water fountains with filtered water for my bottle that I already drank up. You know, those you're carrying bottles, that type of thing. And this is a whole new idea to you. What were they talking about? Perspective and perception. Those two things coming on in together. And this is the tree of life. The thing that you've been hoping for all along is yours at last. Look at this. The sun, the moon, and the star. The sun, the moon, and the star. That is the goldness self. Because we're not just these flat discs of spinning chakras. We're not just this flat body. The triangle goes like this, okay? And that is the landing point into your back, into the back body. And that's why the heart was hurting. That's where that wound, that's where that 3 of Swords, that energy was that blew all the leaves off of you. Every shred of hope that you could have, all gone and washed away, is now being restored. Be strong and courageous. And that is simply coming together here to mean one thing: trust. Trust. Okay? Hey friend, I'm so glad we got to spend this time together. I believe in you. I love you. You are important. I am so glad you're here. One thing you might want to know is we are the whole zodiac. So trust your spirit, your soul, and your guides to lead you and guide you to any readings that might be of assistance, of shoring up your faith and restoring you to your truth and leading you into the promised land. because that is my dream, my desire for you. That's why it's called Joy to the World. Whose world? My world, your world, the whole big wide world. So until I see you next time, friend, bye.